Hi all, Kanamate here. In this video, I'll show you how I made a Priora limousine out of modeling clay, and then I'll also smash it. Let's go step by step. So, I made this Priora limousine out of sculptural hard grey modeling clay so that such a long structure simply wouldn't sag. In the middle, I reinforced the frame with foil, and that's enough for the shape to hold, and everything else is also made of modeling clay. Initially, I planned to sculpt a typical American limousine, but then chose to run a YouTube poll instead, and Priora won by a very large margin. The model was 1/24 scale. I spent about 50 hours making it. The car turned out to be of average quality since I made it just to crash it. There are some flaws and inconsistencies in certain places if you compare it exactly to the original. If I made the Priora very detailed, it would take longer and I'd feel worse about crashing it, so for destruction I build average quality models. I painted this Priora with a Tamiya spray can, but the paint went on unevenly. You can see from the side how the paint ran down, so I had to paint it in 5 layers. So since this is a limousine, let's take a look at what's inside the interior. And there I installed a long sofa on the side and a black lacquered table for drinks. I put a big plasma screen connected to my channel's MacBook and also set up a small PlayStation 4 with a gamepad, so you can play something while you're on your way to a meeting. Well, or wherever people usually take limousines, a Priora and a limousine actually look great together. I think the limousine body suits the Priora, since all American limousines are rear-wheel drive. I didn't want to make the Priora with its original front-wheel drive. That's why I put an engine from a Ford Crown Victoria in it, which I had crashed earlier. Since the engine was intact, I decided to install it in the Priora. It's now rear-wheel drive, which you can see underneath. I chose not to add imitation windows as they'd only strengthen the structure, especially in the center, so I made it without windows. So how will I break it? The limousine will be placed near the modeling clay blocks, fixed at the front and back. This is necessary so that the limousine doesn't move when it's hit. And I'll be crashing into it with this remote-controlled Jeep. As you can see, I've attached a utility knife blade to the front of the battering ram. Yes, I want to try to cut the limousine in half. I don't think it'll work, but at the very least, the impact will be strong and it'll crush the body about halfway in. And I'll be the one accelerating this Jeep with the blade along the track I made, where at the end, I crash into the Priora. Well, I think we can get started. It looks creepy, as expected. It only cut halfway through, not all the way. And it even managed to hit exactly in the middle. Well, I don't even know what to comment on here. You can see for yourself that the collision is really strong. The paint cracks make the damage appear more realistic. The roof has completely shifted. From the other side, you can see the bottom was ripped open by a strong impact. Now I'll try to crash in the same way, but from the other side. Damn, we just started and the Priora is nearly destroyed. Look how it's shaking. Turns out the whole bottom is already cut through. Everything is barely holding together. I can almost just grab it and tear it apart like this. Oh, it's already falling off. Well, that's to be expected. This is just insane. At least the front and back are intact. We can also do a crash test on the front and rear parts of them, which is what we'll do next. But damn, these collisions, first of all, are just the toughest. The car is split in half, unbelievable. Here's the front part, separate from the rest. It just came off. We took a hit to the front part, the bumper got bent, and so did the hood. What else do we see here? The doors are bent, but that was from previous damage. Yeah, it's a mess, completely torn apart. Oh, you can see the monitor with my channel on it. Here you have the rear part torn off without the roof, crushed in the middle. Well, the rear bumper is still intact along with the trunk. So, I think now we're going to test their strength. We've tested the front, but as we can see, the rear is still mostly intact. Well, now there's definitely nothing left of the Priora Limousine. Everything here is just crushed. The wheel has come off, as we can see. The rear fender is twisted. It's just a mess now. It's just like some kind of plasticine wreck. It's all mashed up. Well, now, after all this destruction, the Priora will be stored with the other wrecked cars in the cabinet. Well, now I'll show you the process of sculpting this Priora Limousine. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you're here for the first time, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in my work, you can also join my VKontakte group where I post the sculpting process of my models. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye everyone.